Welcome to the Coaching Show. I'm here with head softball coach Darle Cresswell. Darle, just start with talking about your coaching philosophy.
Um, I preach effort, positive attitude, and teamwork. And I think if they do that, those things, their skill level kind of takes over, and we kind of have good seasons.
Absolutely.
But it's a mental philosophy more than anything physical or that way.
Yeah, that's the biggest part of the game, really, mental part. Now, speak about your experience. I know you've been here for a while. Just touch on that.
This is my 21st season here at Penn State Schuylkill. Ups and downs all over the place, some conference championships, national tournament appearances, and then some teams that have barely won any games. So I've had the roller coaster. It's been a good experience. The players keep me young. When I start to feel tired, they give me the energy that I need to keep going. So it's been a good experience.
Yep, Coach of the Year, too. Don't leave that out. Don't be home.
Hey, that's on the kids. The kids play hard, I get awards. That's how it goes.
Absolutely, hand in hand. Definitely. Now, talk about your off-season. How was it? Like, what did you do for fun, recruiting-wise? Like, what did you get into?
Recruiting was kind of pretty easy this year. We got brought in a lot of freshmen. They wanted to come. Didn't have to do anything super special. I think the program's selling itself right now. As far as fun, my family went on a 10-day cruise to the Bahamas and stuff.
Okay,
so
wow.
We got away. We got to relax right after the season last year. So kind of chilled out a little bit. And then in my free time, I kind of coached a lot of youth sports, whether it was baseball, basketball. My son's 10, so we've been doing a lot of athletics for him. So, as far as the team goes, the freshman class, we're deep. We're really deep. It looks like we're going to have position battles for most of the season, so that's a nice thing to have. Good problems.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, great problems. Yeah. Now, to get more into your roster, just talk about like the players you brought in, players that are returning, and some of the players that you lost that were key parts of the team last year.
Anytime you replace the National Player of the Year off your roster, you're going to have to do some work. We may not be able to replace her in pure skill, but as far as the aggregate, I think we got better all around. So it's kind of a money ball situation. We're not replacing her. We can't replace her with one guy. We got to have three or four. Yes. So, as far as that goes, I feel like we're a better overall team, but we did lose some leaders and talented kids. Looking at this year, getting Emma Cresswell in here as far as pitching wise, our pitching's deep. We probably have 5 girls that can throw some innings for us. We have 2 catchers that can catch. Every position is at least 3 deep.
That's good.
Which is nice. Yes. Rotate. Yeah, it's hard on me now because I want them all to have an enjoyable experience. So I've been writing down little notes about who plays where, what, when. So it's a little tougher on me not having just 11 girls that can play. We have 20. So it's a deep roster.
Yeah, it's definitely hard as a coach. Like, man, it's minutes, egos. I feel like there's a lot more goes into coaching than a lot of people understand. But yeah, it could be challenging.
This would be one of my tougher ones because we are talented and they all could play. It's just who's winning those battles. I have to kind of make that decision.
Absolutely. Now, I know you guys had the Myrtle Beach trip coming up that you guys take yearly. Just talk about some of the big games that you've seen on the schedule and what you're looking forward to.
Starting off with a D2 school every year is always one of those things that just kind of is like, okay, well, we jump right into it. They played the doubleheader today, so they're ahead of us a little bit as far as getting those reps in, getting game experience. So some of those games, as far as the schedule, I think it balances out nice with teams that we can be competitive with, and then I hope to come back with more wins and losses. It's a learning experience down there. So, but there's a couple teams that we can challenge ourselves against and see where we're at.
Absolutely, yeah. It's going to be a good stretch of games down there for sure. Now, what about conference games? Any games that you got circled on your calendar?
Every conference game is big. If last year taught us anything, anybody can beat anybody on any day.
Yep.
So it's one of those things where you can't take anybody lightly. Obviously, you're gunning for Brandywine. They've won it for as long as I can remember. So, but everyone else is competitive enough that they can win on any day. So it's bringing your game every day in conference.
Yeah, bringing your A game for sure. But thanks for stopping by, Darle.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely.